me here. AMX 5100 for Nesquik.
Yeah, that's a tank that deals good damage, about 300 damage per shell, which is a bit odd compared to other tanks.
Yeah.
Standard's 320, or you go with
390
280, or yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
But having 300 damage is only a few tanks and a few guns in the game have that, but it's highly effective. One of the most popular tanks back in 742, the old format, and so when it makes its way back over here in tier 10, it seems to do well.
Yeah. Bit of nostalgia there for you.
Yeah.
So very quick control of the hill coming out here for Tornado. They do have the lighter lineup. They've got bat chats. They've got TVPs. It's no real surprise to see them being able to easily control that middle hill area of the map. Now, what I want to see from Tornado is the decision is going to be, do they boost someone up on the zero line, which would mean they have to be careful of those not so serious tanks that are sitting down in sort of the G6 quadrant, or are they going to try and push into the 2 flag here? Yeah,
maybe some water play, something like that. Based on the lineup, what Tornado is saying to Not So Serious with that is 3 mouse with the TVP bat chats and the AMX 5100 says it's completely possible. We might just push the 2 line about 5 minutes into the game and see what you can do about it. But with the bat chats, you're still flexible enough that if you want to play east side, it's still...
That's kind of sneaky from those bat chats, getting off the hill. Because Not So Serious, as far as they're concerned, the hill is still in the control of Tornado. But of course we know...
It's a deliberate move though as well. You're trying to play head games with that. You're saying, we made sure to get spotted up there. You saw us. We waved around. We made sure you couldn't hit us, but we made sure you saw what was going on. And then you leave. Your opponent's probably even repositioning.
It's a very, very long rotate here from Tornado as well. You can see they've gone all the way up to the northern part of the map, all the way up to the A line to cross over that beach area and try and push down this 1 line now. So they're still not spotted by NSS, and they're not going to be spotted for a decent while now because Just Cause, he's still sort of sitting down below that ridge. He needs to bump up and down. Eventually these bat chats will get spotted, but it's going to be late in the piece, and NSS isn't going to have a lot of time to react to whatever push Tornado does decide to go for.
And look at that, artillery in your bottom left there. That's from the view of Monty. He is zeroed on the west side, so as that tells us that NSS knows what's coming, or at least they suspect. They suspect. Because I saw for a moment he hopped out of his artillery view, and you could see E4 was also looking to the west. So Not So Serious, while there may be some head games going on, they may also smell what's coming. They know what's cooking, all right?
Bit of spam fire there from Griffin. Not managing to connect with anything.
But always worth it in a T50-51.
Yeah,
reloads so quick.
Reloads so fast. He's almost back off the reload anyway. Double mouse pushing here as well for Tornado, so it really does seem as though the full commitment is going to be down this 1-2 line. And you can see Nesquik and Diodor, they're sort of still hanging around in that mid area. But they're quite crucial there as well to deny the rotation coming across from Not So Serious through the eastern flank. But now Tornado, those mouses have been spotted out, and this is where we start to see this battle start to unfold.
What is this? Applewell's going to go off the cliff. Okay. This is an alternate route, you could call it, to the cap. Oh, I see what's coming. Okay, so they're trying to kind of throw their opponent off here by approaching from an angle that's off color. So what they're going to do is instead, I think, bypass the cap. They're actually going to go into about Hotel 3 on the map, and there's a very uncommon position there. A nice little, I believe it's called a wadi. Just a little formation of rock there that they can use as cover from artillery. It's close enough that it's difficult to counter out, and nuanced enough that Not So Serious might not be prepared with an answer for this.
Maybe, but they're going to need to be prepared for these bat chats that are now pushing down the beach. Just Cause under a bit of pressure, and he can survive here if he's got the backup of his teammates, but it seems as though no one has an angle into server, and that means Just Cause is in a very, very difficult position right now. If he moves, he dies.
Yeah, but look at this, middle of the map, Beowulf, Coca-Cola moving up against Diodor. They have an overmatch, but guess what? Nesquik's there to back him up, and with it, Griffin. Looks like he's backed off from the west side in order to come support as well. So Tornado might be 1 step ahead of Not So Serious, but will it work is the big question there. They're taking a huge risk, putting a lot of things up to chance in RNG here.
It's still kind of hanging in the balance at the moment. It could go either way. Obviously, Tornado at this point just a little bit favored. They have the health advantage, they have the tank advantage, and they've got some good map control now as well. They've got control of the 1-2 line. They're or at least contesting for that hill, and you can see as well the 2 mouses that they push along the beach are starting to push forward here as well. Nuclear and Applewell really putting pressure on the back lines, the T110E4s, the RD as well, not really being able to get too much done. And look at this, a lot of damage coming out from them. Nesquik in the AMX 5100, he's been a little bit quiet, but now starting to get involved here.
Yep, just unloaded his clip, helped kill one of the 5100s. He'll be on reload for a little while, but he's done his job. He's useful, he could go die now. Diodor, on the other hand, up towards the hill. You want to try and stay alive a little longer. This crossfire has been working out stunningly. Because look, yes, Nuclear is the only one left alive. Apple Wow, his battle buddy, is dead. But look at what this did. You had Not So Serious trying to deal with 1, 2, and then a third angle to try and account for. It was too much, and they got just overwhelmed.
Yeah, the Bat Chat's coming off the reload here as well for Tornado. That's why we saw sort of a bit of a lull in the action there for a moment, but that was because the Bat Chats are reloading. Now that they're off the reload, 2 kills coming out straight away. Tornado, they're going to be able to clean this one up pretty easily here on Mines near you, actually finishing it off with a ram kill. That's what we like to see, which will put them now at 4-1 in the lead over NSS, and this is starting to become a problem for NSS.
It really is, and based on what we've been seeing out of Tornado, they have a habit of running away with a victory, really catching a wind and just riding it all the way.
Exactly, it could be another 7-0 really, because NSS did win the first round.
Just one though. Just once.
Just one. But if now we see 7 rounds in a row again from Tornado Energy, they've done it against Na'Vi, there's no reason to think that they can't do it against NSS.
Yeah, NSS is going to have to be hunting for that one win. They need to get a reset. They need to stall things out. Of course, after Battle 6, there's a chance for people to kind of take a breather, get a rest, go